Nothing moves faster than light. Nothing. It's the ultimate speed limit of reality. 300,000 kilometers per second. Fast enough to circle Earth 7 times in a single heartbeat. Fast enough to reach the moon in just over 1 second. Fast enough to cross our entire solar system in a matter of hours. But there is an object out there so incomprehensibly massive that light itself takes weeks to cross it. Not seconds, not minutes, weeks. Its name is TON 618, and it is the largest black hole ever discovered by humanity. 66 billion times the mass of our Sun, compressed into a single point of infinite darkness. An object so heavy that if you converted every star in our Milky Way galaxy into pure mass, you still wouldn't come close to matching it. Scientists first discovered it decades ago. They measured it, they confirmed it, and then they stepped back in complete silence, because what they found broke every model they had for how black holes should grow. But here's what terrifies them most. TON 618 might not even be the biggest one out there. There could be monsters lurking in the darkness that make TON 618 look small. Let me show you just how massive this thing really is. Before we can understand TON 618, we need a baseline. We need to understand what a normal supermassive black hole looks like. At the center of our Milky Way galaxy sits a black hole called Sagittarius A star. It's our local monster, 4 million times the mass of our Sun. Sounds enormous, right? And it is. If you replaced our Sun with Sagittarius A star, it would stretch out past Mercury's orbit. The entire inner solar system would be swallowed instantly. 4 million solar masses. That's the anchor holding our entire galaxy together. Every star you've ever seen in the night sky orbits around this invisible giant. Now here's where things get deeply uncomfortable. TON 618 is 66 billion solar masses, not million, billion. That's not just bigger than Sagittarius A star. It's 16,000 times more massive, 16,000. Imagine an ant standing next to a blue whale. Now imagine that blue whale standing next to something 16,000 times larger. That's the scale we're dealing with. That's how TON 618 compares to the monster at the center of our own galaxy. But numbers alone don't capture it. Let me show you what this actually looks like. TON 618 was first detected in 1957 during a radio survey of the sky. Astronomers noticed an unusually bright point of light coming from a distant corner of the universe. They cataloged it and moved on. Back then, nobody understood what they were looking at. It wasn't until years later that scientists realized this wasn't a star. It wasn't even a galaxy in the traditional sense. It was a quasar, a supermassive black hole actively feeding on matter, releasing so much energy that it outshines everything around it. The light from TON 618 has traveled for over 10 billion years to reach us. We're seeing this object as it existed when the universe was less than half its current age, a cosmic time capsule from the ancient universe. When astronomers finally calculated its mass, they didn't believe the results. One researcher reportedly said, "We must have made a mistake. This can't be real." They ran the calculations again. Same answer. They used completely different methods. Same impossible number. 66 billion solar masses. Nothing in their models predicted something this large could exist. The universe simply hadn't been around long enough for a black hole to grow this big through normal feeding. Something else had to be going on. So just how big is this monster? Let me give you some comparisons that will break your brain. The event horizon of a black hole is the point of no return. Cross it and nothing can escape. Not matter, not light, nothing. For TON 618, the event horizon stretches approximately 400 billion kilometers across. Let me put that in perspective. Our entire solar system, from the Sun all the way out to Pluto's orbit, spans about 12 billion kilometers. TON 618's event horizon is roughly 40 times larger than that. 40 times. If you place TON 618 where our Sun currently sits, its edge would extend far beyond Pluto, far beyond the Kuiper belt, far beyond anything we've ever sent a spacecraft to explore. Every planet, every moon, every asteroid, every comet, everything we've ever known would be deep inside the black hole, not near it, inside it, gone forever. But that's just the event horizon. The sphere of total destruction extends much further. If you somehow stood at a safe distance and watched Ton 618, you wouldn't just see darkness. You would see the most violent light show in the universe. The accretion disk around Ton 618 is a superheated ring of matter spiraling inward at nearly the speed of light. This disk radiates energy equivalent to 140 trillion suns. 140 trillion. Our sun is bright enough to blind you from 93 million miles away. Ton 618's accretion disk is 140 trillion times brighter than that. It's so luminous that it outshines entire galaxies. Not stars, galaxies. Billions of stars combined, and Ton 618 still burns brighter. And here's something that truly shatters the mind. Light, traveling at the fastest speed possible in our universe, takes almost 6 months to complete a single orbit around Ton 618's event horizon. 6 months of traveling at 300,000 kilometers per second just to go around it once. Our brains aren't built to process scale like this. We evolved to understand things we can see and touch: trees, mountains, oceans, even those feel massive to us. Ton 618 exists on a scale so far beyond human experience that the numbers become meaningless. All we can do is compare it to things we know and watch our understanding collapse. But here's the mystery that haunts scientists. How did this thing get so impossibly big? Black holes grow by consuming matter. Stars, gas, dust, other black holes. They pull material in and add it to their mass over millions and billions of years. It's a slow process, painfully slow by cosmic standards. Our Milky Way's black hole, Sagittarius A star, has been feeding for over 13 billion years. That's almost the entire age of the universe. And in all that time, it only reached 4 million solar masses. Ton 618 somehow reached 66 billion solar masses, 16,000 times more massive, and we're seeing it as it existed 10 billion years ago, meaning it achieved this size when the universe was even younger. The math doesn't work, it simply doesn't. If Ton 618 started as a normal stellar black hole and grew through regular feeding, there simply wasn't enough time. The universe wasn't old enough. It would be like finding a 100-year-old tree in a forest that was planted last week. The timeline is impossible. Scientists have proposed several theories to explain this monster. Some believe Ton 618 formed through direct collapse. In the early universe, conditions were different. Massive clouds of primordial gas might have collapsed directly into giant black holes, skipping the normal star phase entirely. This could have given Ton 618 a huge head start. Others theorize that Ton 618 grew through megamergers. Perhaps dozens or hundreds of smaller supermassive black holes crashed into each other over cosmic time, combining their masses into one ultimate predator, a cosmic cannibal that consumed everything in its path. A third possibility is that our understanding of physics is simply incomplete. Maybe black holes in the early universe could grow faster than our current models allow. Maybe there are feeding mechanisms we haven't discovered yet. Maybe Ton 618 is proof that the universe still has secrets we cannot comprehend. The truth is, nobody knows for certain, and that uncertainty is part of what makes Ton 618 so fascinating and so deeply terrifying. But let's talk about what would happen if this monster was near us. Imagine just for a moment that Ton 618 suddenly replaced Sagittarius A star at the center of our galaxy. What would happen? Absolute annihilation. Ton 618's gravitational influence would extend across the entire Milky Way. Stars that currently orbit peacefully would be ripped from their paths. Solar systems would collide. Entire regions of the galaxy would be pulled inward toward the hungry center. Our sun, sitting about 26,000 light-years from the galactic center, would feel the effects. Not immediately, but over thousands of years, our orbit would destabilize. We would begin a long, slow spiral toward the center, toward Ton 618, toward complete destruction. Long before we reach the event horizon, the tidal forces would tear our solar system apart. Jupiter would be ripped away, then Saturn, then the inner planets. Eventually, Earth itself would be shredded into a stream of superheated debris, falling forever into infinite darkness. But let's make it even more personal. What if Ton 618 appeared right at the center of our solar system? What if it replaced our sun? You wouldn't even have time to realize what happened. TON 618's event horizon is so large that Earth's orbital distance would place us deep inside the black hole already. We would be past the point of no return before we knew anything was wrong. Everything would end, instantly, silently, completely. Fortunately, TON 618 is 10.4 billion light-years away, so far that the light we're seeing left before Earth even existed, before our solar system formed, before our sun was born. We're safe, completely and utterly safe from this particular monster. But here's a thought that should keep you humble. TON 618 might not be the biggest black hole in the universe. It's just the biggest one we've found so far. In 2023, astronomers discovered Phoenix A, a black hole estimated at 100 billion solar masses. That's 50% larger than TON 618, and there could be even bigger ones hiding in corners of the universe we haven't observed yet. Scientists now use the term ultramassive black hole for objects in this size range, a category that didn't even exist a few decades ago, because we didn't think anything this large was possible. The universe has been expanding and evolving for nearly 14 billion years. Black holes have been forming, feeding, and merging that entire time. In the farthest reaches of space, beyond what our best telescopes can see, there could be black holes so massive that TON 618 would seem small by comparison. We simply don't know what's out there, and perhaps we never will. And that's the real lesson here, the real takeaway from staring into the abyss of TON 618. We are small, unimaginably small. Our entire planet is a speck of dust. Our solar system is invisible at cosmic scales. Our galaxy, containing hundreds of billions of stars, is nothing compared to the vastness that surrounds us. And somewhere out there, objects like TON 618 exist, monsters so large they dwarf everything we've ever known. But we looked anyway. We pointed our telescopes into the darkness and we found it. We measured it. We calculated its mass. We tried to understand how it formed, even knowing we might never have complete answers. That's what makes humanity remarkable. Not our size, not our power, our curiosity, our stubborn refusal to look away from things that terrify us. TON 618 is a reminder that the universe is vast beyond comprehension, that mysteries still exist, that we have so much left to discover. And somewhere out there, in the infinite darkness between galaxies, more monsters are waiting to be found. We just have to keep looking.